Constellation chamber. Stand clear.
Observe. Be silent. Fear the dark.
A new moon rising. Surge. Preparing for dust up. Defensive mode engaged. Swirl. Mark 2.
Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. Do you?
A little loose. Annihilate.
your eyes. Night falls. To dust.
Animal hyperstick.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls. Close your eyes.
Ultimatum protocol. Absorption test. Stand clear.
Observe. Be silent. To dust. Observe.
Defensive mode engaged. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 7.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Feel the dark.
Salut.
To dust.
Confirmed. Cleanup sequence initiated.
Ça va.
Preparing for dust up.
Vite fait, et toi.
Observe.
Et tu le fais en quelle difficulté?
Fulfill our path. Adaptive from extinguish. Mine to wield.
Et tu montes quoi dans l'équipe?
Let the world collide. Get to work. Laline, eats Papa, the pinnacle of excellence. Mine to wield. Shower me with praise. Time to shine. Show no mercy. You two. A little amuse bouche. Booze on the loose. Extinguish. Let my name echo in song.
Il n'a pas une FA?
Suffer the wrath of Eden. Adaptive frosting. A burst of
Quelle raison? Ah, ok. Ouais, tu penses que la méta va être différente de ce qu'on connaît classiquement? Attends, me réponds pas tout de suite parce qu'il faut que je me brosse les dents. Donc je me fais une brosse à dents et après je peux lire ta réponse. Je suis pas devant la télé. Vas-y, tu veux me répondre? Je vais lancer sur mon mobile. Oh non. Ouais, ok. Hmm. Mais est-ce que tu penses pas que tu auras la même logique pour Naya? Parce que en fait, je pense qu'après Naya, on part de tes vates. Genre, on va sur une autre planète et on a des nouveaux éléments.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Ouais, désolé. Alors, on reprend. Et le rerun potentiellement, qui serait potentiellement sympa. Mais juste déjà la tsarine, son duo, c'est propre de fou. Après, si j'arrive avec eux pour la suite, c'est super bien. Euh, Mais là, t'es en free-to-play? Ouais, ça met écho du chat. Ok. Et t'avais beaucoup pull sur Fontaine et Natlan? Moi, pour le coup, Fontaine et Natlan, j'ai beaucoup sauté, ce qui fait que j'ai pas mal d'économies. Et que, la méta Sélène, en fait, c'est la première à introduire l'ignorance de la def. Et en fait, je trouve que ça fait la diff avec les autres manières de jouer. Par exemple, le Noctam, je trouve que ça n'a pas apporté quelque chose de fou, si ce n'est que certains monstres sont bloqués Noctam. Alors, le Selene, ça va être la même chose, sauf que le Selene c'est fort sur tous les autres boss. Alors, les boss hebdo au Selene, enfin, les boss hebdo classiques qui se prennent du Selene se font bousiller. Genre, je vais plus rapidement avec mes équipes Selene qu'avec les équipes dédiées aux boss. Ouais, faudrait que j'essaye aussi, mais j'ai pas. Euh, Passer. Escoffier. Je vais voir ce que ça donne en carnage extrême. Bah, c'est qui tes persos préférés?
A little amuse. Nice. Power.
Oh, ah, t'as de la chance d'avoir un personnage préféré. Ça doit tellement te simplifier la vie.
Show no mercy. Lolling. These pop. Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide. The pinnacle of excellence. On to the great.
Par exemple, tu peux la monter niveau 100, tu vois. Non, j'ai pas de perso préféré. C'est mon grand malheur. Parce que j'ai vraiment trois trucs pour monter un personnage 100. Parce que comme j'ai pas de personnage préféré, et en même temps, je les apprécie tous, je dirais à 98%. Alors vraiment, à part Razor, Chien. Arrête. Bah, après, l'important, c'est que c'est ce qui te plaise, hein. Oh, moi je perds tous mes 50-50 comme ça. Je pars du principe que si je veux un perso, il me faut 24 400 primogènes. Bon, je préfère pas me prendre la tête sur le Carnage en X, même si j'arrive déjà pas à le passer. Ok, bon, allez, c'est ciao. Ça va peut-être plus tard, mais là, pas le time, faut que j'aille faire tous les events. Alors, j'ai un avis particulier sur Alice. Alice, ça a été dans mon esprit longtemps mon personnage préféré, par le lore et par le chara design avant qu'elle soit révélée. Euh, Et en fait, j'ai du mal avec la couleur bleu clair, bleu ciel de sa robe. Et je me dis, euh, soit ça devient mon personnage préféré si elle est pyrocrio. J'espère qu'elle soit bi-élément. Après, peut-être que Nicole sera un meilleur slot que Durin pour Alice. J'avais bougé tout ça. Non, je crois pas. J'ai pas bougé tout ça. Ok. Nicole, normalement, c'est pas un DPS. Nicole, c'est censé être un shield. Bah, enfin, un shielder, si, buffer. Shielder, buffer. Après, peut-être qu'aux dernières nouvelles, elle est DPS, mais j'y crois pas. Plutôt quelqu'un qui soutient. Elle a soutien dans son lore, elle soutient dans son rôle de fée, donc je pense pas que ce soit un DPS. Et surtout, ouais, Alice, je pense que ça va fonctionner avec tout le monde. Non, pas ici. Déjà. Alors, je vais aller là. On va commencer par la boisson, parce que j'ai pas envie d'en faire 50 par jour. Alors, c'est soit Shneznaya, soit dernière mage de Luna, genre août 2025, septembre 2025. Mais j'espère qu'elle est pyrocrio.
Ah, so Hertha's even roped our honorary knight into helping with this little venture.
En fait, je pense que sur la dernière année, ils peuvent partir en cacahuète sur les yeux divins.
I just
Parce
had
que
a
je pense
couple of
que
drinks
dans
at the
2 ans,
plaza
la
a while
méta
ago,
n'aura
but
plus rien à
when it
voir
comes to
avec les
fine
éléments qu'on
wine,
connaît
I'm a
actuellement.
sucker for more. As long as it stays within healthy limits, of course. Can't wait to see your skills in action. Give me something that goes well with casual conversation, but still packs a punch. Of course they don't clash. A drink that packs a punch means you have to drink it
Je sais pas
slowly.
comment dire.
And if you
En
want to
fait,
chat, then it has to
je
go
pense que
down
la
smooth.
méta Shneznaya
So,
sera la plus
something
puissante
with a
de
sweet
Teyvat.
aftertaste. The most
Et
suitable
encore que.
choice on this menu would be the Thorny Lake. It's a
Euh,
drink with a real
mais par
kick
contre,
that you can find in
potentiellement,
almost
dans
every
2 ans,
bar.
ce sera nul. Ailleurs que dans Teyvat. De toute façon, Nicole va sortir avant Alice. Ça, je pense que c'est acté.
It's not enough to know the
Mais
recipe, though. The key is in the mixing. Some
Alice, je
bartenders
pense
choose
que
to
ce
stick to
sera
the
genre
tried and tested basics, while others
5.8.
like to add their
5.8
own
ou 5.9.
personal flair. That's the spirit. Now, show me what you've got.
Je ne pense pas qu'Alice viendra pendant le patch de Schneesnaya. Je pense qu'elle viendra genre juste avant. Ah, franchement, je sais pas. Je sais pas si les persos de Schneesnaya. Ouais, 6.8. C'est à cause de, comme on parle en Luna, je suis perdu. Ok. Et ben, on verra lequel de nous deux a raison dans le futur. Si on est toujours vivant. Genre, par exemple, je pense qu'Alice, c'est Luna 9. Luna 8 ou Luna 9. Ou Luna 10 même. Allez. Ça va passer de 6.8 à 7.0. Ok. Et ben Luna 9. Je colle Alice Luna 9. Mais je pense que Nicole sera support et qu'Alice. Je pense qu'Alice restera. Genre, Alice, pour moi, elle a pas le choix d'être cheatée. Genre, ils peuvent pas faire la même chose que Varka. Alors, je dis pas que Varka est nul, c'est juste que Varka, faut bien jouer pour faire des dommages. Alors qu'Alice, je pense qu'elle doit être Maverick à tiers minimum. Ok. T'as les miens si tu veux. S'il y a une 6.9, ce sera vraiment très long. Après, ça me dérange pas parce que j'ai pas beaucoup de temps en ce moment. Donc en vrai, plus ça traîne, mieux je me porte.
Well, the color and aroma are certainly on point. But as for the balance of
Mais j'avoue que
flavors,
pour quelqu'un
one just have to
qui
taste it and
peut
find
passer
out.
toute sa vie sur le jeu, ça doit être long.
Not bad. You haven't overdone or skipped on any single ingredient. Though, unfortunately, it's a little too, polite for my tastes. Perhaps I should have said modest. You followed the formula to a T, but were you worried that deviating just a little might disappoint me? Hey, we fought side by side and dealt with things that even gods were loath to meddle with. That said, if you ask me, you can ditch the nerves and work your mixologist magic. Mull it over, there's no rush. We can chat while you think. Who knows? You might...
Ambiance de jardin.
I like your style. Speaking of this garden, it brings back memories of something that happened many years ago when I was young. I like to find ruined guards to test my fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. Once, I failed to take down a stray missile, and it ended up destroying a watchtower. As punishment, I had to run 50 laps around the city, repair the watchtower, and help rebuild the shattered walls in this garden. Indeed, among the misadventures of my youth, this is one of
Merci
the most
d'être
memorable ones.
passé. Bon
Mostly
après-midi à
because
toi.
that day, Crepus saw me covered in dirt. He took 2 bottles of 100-year-old wine and sent D-Luke, who looked even younger than Mika does today, to work out a clever way to get rid of Faru. It was so hot that day, I could swear I was about to pass out. On a whim,
Par contre, ils sont peut-être pas connectés à ton
put them in one of
téléphone.
the wine bottles, and the result turned out to be surprisingly tasty. After Kreppus tried it too, his customers loved it. Several summers passed, and Kreppus kept writing letters about giving me a share of the profits. Yes, good old Kreppus. Faru retired years ago, but he still gives me a stern stare every time we meet. He's a stubborn one. D-Luke, who replaced him, and then Kaya, who took over later, both performed impeccably. Changing times will always belong to the youth. He should have... When I get the chance... Well, let me think. I guess you could say sometimes deliberately creating layers between spirits can bring out the different, waves as each one hits the taste buds in sequence. In this regard, too, you've taken quite a tentative approach. Why not be a little bolder? Ha ha ha. It's a treasured place that the Knights of Favonius have maintained for years. So it makes sense that it's become the go-to location for organizing such things. I heard that while the expedition was underway, you sometimes... Hell, my conclusion is that Mondstadt needs to... Pretty awesome, huh? It's like a hammerhead that you can fill with wine when you're not using it. It was a gift. Hoffman came up with the idea, Charles supplied the design. They've been waiting to have a good drink with me. And this is my crucial weapon to aid me in a fair duel with them all. I'm the Grand Master, after all. I've been drinking a lot longer than them. So it's only fair to my subordinates that I drink a teensy bit more per round. Wouldn't you agree? Of course, some of them have been training as long as I have. Take Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5, for example. Both were skilled warriors who helped me deal with Eric back in the day. At today's after-work cooldown, they insisted on trying to keep pace. In the end, they lost our game of darts and ended up... I've already told Jean that I won't be approving their leave request for tomorrow, no matter what. If I were in charge of... For example, we could go all in on this drink stand and open it to the whole shit. It's only... If I were to actually throw a grand... While in Nodcry, we had a rule that knights must never get drunk while at their post. Exactly. As expedition members, just like Firewater and Smedina, these Nodcry delicacies have made their way... Young people need to learn restraint. At the end of the day, no one should be biting off more than they can. Unless it's someone near my level, they shouldn't even be thinking about enjoying a light butt. You... Huh? Oh, feel free. Whatever you're about to do, I've...
Here you go, Grandmaster. A cocktail just for you. I guarantee you won't find this one too polite.
Such a spirited drink. How did you make this? Perfection. It's clear that once you let go of your inhibition, that first hint of mint is like a cooling. By the time the sweetness dissipates, the firewater is already slipped in behind your guard, ready to deliver a powerful strike of intense flavor. Oh, that's the most ingenious part. Firewater's greatest flaw is a lack of aftertaste. But the Smetana perfectly maintains. It's hard to imagine something this good was created by a mixologist who doesn't even drink firewater. I think it has the potential to become a firm favorite in my Iron Wolf. Oh, perfect. It's elegant, yet I have an idea. Why don't we name our Knights of Favonius? No time to waste. I'll go have a word with Glenfiddich right away.
Traveler, all wrapped up for the day? Paimon hears you did a great job holding down the fort while she was out delivering drinks with Glenfiddich.
Whatever the reason, the honorary knight is clearly one of the most talented mixologists in Mondstadt. Considering how short a time he's been doing this, I believe that someday he has the potential to give the legendary bartender at the Cat's Tail a...
I fully support your decision. The drink stand will remain open for a little while longer to provide a proper welcome to our returning expedition members. Then...
Hooray! Everyone in the Knights of Favonius will get to drink all...
Nothing short of what I'd expect from a true disciple of Hertha. You've really considered this thoroughly, Glenfiddich.
Also, if I may, honorary knight, regarding the special cocktails you've developed, would you mind leaving the recipes with us? We'd like to add them to the official menu.
Paimon feels like there's something based on your personality. That way, customers will know who inspired you to create these amazing drinks!
No problem at all. If you need, I can even have someone draft the paperwork on your...
I hope when we recruit some new bartenders, even if they can't quite match your work, if they could be 2/3 as good, that would still make them industry...
I don't...
Whoa! Is this Mondstadt? Didn't we all come in at the same time? Where are the others? Look! There's Venti! Surrounded by a whole bunch of monsters! Yeah!
Ah, perfect timing. Come on, let's show these unwelcome guests the door.
Time for takeoff.
Together some of the communication and control functions and managed to smash together some items that should give us an advantage. These elemental devices should turn into communication.
can get away? Yahoo! Yeah. Brace yourself. Yeah. Time for takeoff.
All good, Betsy?
Very much so, thanks to your timely arrival. But Mondstadt looks like it's in bad.
Yeah! The city's crawling!
I'm not sure what happened, but the rest of our—
Good point. Let's go! Look! It's the Volin! Is that just Paimon, or...
You're right. The corruption has spread throughout his entire body.
Wait! It looks like something's falling!
It's his tears.
Like the ones we purified in the past?
Yes, but at this point, these tears are essential. If left unchecked, they will continuously— We also need to get our hands on one of them. No, this degree of corruption cannot— I doubt the pure sound of the lyre can reach him.
Sounds like this whole thing is still gonna end.
Yes. I wasn't certain before Dvalin showed up. It seems more like an alternate version of events. And I have some well, monsters abound no matter. Here we go! Yeah.
Let me sleep a while.
I wouldn't brace yourselves.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Here we go! Let's play! Yeah! Brace yourselves! Think you can get away? Yahoo!
Hey! Diluc is over there!
Let's play!
Made it. Thanks for the assist. It looks like Mondstadt is in dire straits. And my initial suspicion could be right. In the face of unrelenting abyssal attacks, it's possible. An empty city has its advantages. We won't need— Oh, and this thing.
That happens to be just what— Wait, what about—
No, I'm not sure. Oh, I think I saw Jean on the other side of the city. I was going to head over after clearing out these monsters. We should go help her.
Good idea.
Time for retribution!
Time for takeoff.
Brace yourselves. Look, it's Jean!
Time for retribution!
Thanks for the I know everything we encounter in this bubble is imaginary, but these monsters sure fight like the real thing.
Don't worry. As long as—
I see. In that case—
Have you seen Barca, by the way?
No, he might be—
Better to find him soon than later. The Grandmaster is an exceptional warrior, but this is the abyss we're dealing with. You can never be too careful.
Huh? What happened? The statue's broken!
The Grandmaster should be over there.
We're here to help.
Perfect timing. Let's do this.
Think you can get away?
Wind, hear me.
Maria, sweeping in! Burn! Up the ante! Thunder! Up the ante! Burn! Ha!
Let's play! Time for takeoff.
I swear by my sword.
Looks like we're all back together. Everyone in one piece?
Yes. The honorary knight.
Now that we've collected Dvalin's tears, the monster attacks appear to be I'm sure you've noticed, Varka, but the city is pretty much a...
Yeah, we should get out of here.
This place should be safe from monster attacks for now.
Anyone there? The communication function. Yeah, we can hear you, Nick. When designing this experience, we cut out the part where the traveler cleanses the abyssal power, and we didn't think to replace it with Alice and I thought the events in the bubble would be independent from it. But since the magic is contained in one place, it appears a casual link has formed between all the events within it. And so, because Dvalin was never purified, we've encountered a
I knew it. So, what we're witnessing now is like an alternate version of events where the honorary knight...
Wait, but even if
The Abyss is a far greater enemy than one person can face. I could have handled that specific situation, sure, but it wouldn't have, if I'm not mistaken. You've seen how that version of...
Yeah, it was a kind of prophecy. In the end, you were able to seal Dvalin away.
But if Dvalin was sealed, how did things get to this point?
Because a seal doesn't solve the root problem. Over time, the abyss would just grow stronger and stronger.
Wait! Does that mean what we saw?
The aftermath of Dvalin breaking free from the seal, that's the power of the abyss has fused with his flesh and bones, purifying him now in this...
So, if we want...
We have to kill... I know that sounds intense, but remember, this is a fictional world. We have our solution, so let's hop to it. No time to lose, right?
She's playing somewhere else right now, so we do have some time.
You're right. This is the only way.
I know Dvalin means a lot to you. If this is too hard, you can leave it to us, you know?
I'll be fine. Let's go. Storm... This is it. Ready, everyone?
More than.
Of course. I just hope I learned a thing or two since the first time.
Guess I'm the newbie, huh?
What about you, Traveler? This was your first big fight into that.
I'm not nervous. We've all grown a lot since then. We overcame this challenge once, and we can do it again.
Paimon believes in you.
Then let the mournful cries of this lyre, tainted and defiled, summon a familiar now utterly warped.
You all right, Barbados?
Turning the surging abyss into musical notes is no simple task. But how could I claim to be the finest bard in Teyvat if I didn't rise to the occasion?
I have heard enough.
intimidating as ever!
Remember, we need to wear him down first before we can attack his weak spot.
Time for retribution!
Think you can get away? Barbados, got us.
Now's our chance. Climb up and attack the abyssal core.
Brace yourselves.
Verdictus? Nice job! One more to go.
Time to switch positions.
Shrimp! Up the ante! Up the ante! Up the ante!
Oh boy! It's Superman now!
Time for retribution!
Time for takeoff. I swear by my sword.
Thunder! Up the ante!
Bullets fly!
Up the ante! Up the ante! Thunder!
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
can't. Hear me.
Up the ante! Thanks, Gene.
Dvalin, you're here!
I follow the liar's song, wherever it leads.
Thank you. Looks like the mage's tale isn't over yet.
Might not be a happy ending, but someone's got to strike the final blow.
It's your turn to be the hero.
I'll take knight over hero any day.
La la la!
Hmm? Oh.
Mom, I'm here to play! Huh? Looks like it was a happy ending after all. It was kind of like a choo-choo cart ride. It had its fun moments and its thrills.
Guess it wasn't without some collateral damage, though. Sorry about the window, Jean.
It's fine. As long as the building itself is intact, I consider that a win. I'll arrange for the wind. In any case, we were lucky Dvalin arrived when he did. It would have been tricky to deal with a...
I suppose I could have created a gust of wind to whisk us up, but I'm not sure our gliders would have survived the process.
Honestly, after everything we faced, I can't believe Alice still decided to bring Klee in there to play. She's a daring one, that's for sure. I mean, can we be certain there aren't other bugs that just...
I suppose that speaks to the confidence the mages have in their magical mastery.
If I know Alice, the whole bubble could have been blown to bits, and Klee still wouldn't have had a single scratch.
Her abilities do speak for themselves,
So, what now? Anyone down for a drink? My treat.
Sounds like a great idea. But tonight it's on me. I happen...
Haha! Even better. Count me in.
Say no more! You had me at fine wine.
All right, let's head over to my place then. You're coming too, right, Jean?
I'm afraid not. There's still
So what? The world's not gonna end if you push it off? Come on.
I suppose that wouldn't be a problem if you head back to...
On second thought, how about you just... What about you, Honorary Knight? Gonna tag along? Okay, all's well that ends well.
Alice loves going to the library. Let's wait for her there.
Looking for me? I'm glad. I wanted to thank you for helping me keep my promise to Klee. She had a splendid time in the bubble. Nicole came with us to make sure all was in order and prevent any similar incidents from happening in the future. You live and you learn. It's rare, but even the Dodo King isn't immune to a small slip-up here and there, I suppose.
So, it's all fixed?
Yes, quite. The recording work is done as well, so now all we have to do is play it on loop. It should be smooth sailing from here on out. Anyone and everyone can now enjoy the bubble at their leisure. Nicole will keep an eye on them, of course. I wouldn't put it quite like that. It was more like a fate that will not come to pass.
Huh? What's the difference between the two?
Let us not forget the courageous dragon slayer in the story. Well, in real life, he had already left on an expedition to Nodcry at that time. Of course, that doesn't mean Dvalin would have escaped his destined death, for another hero would have come along and paid a painful price for victory.
But what we saw in the bubble was what happened after Dvalin broke free from the seal. So, couldn't Barca have been back by then?
Dear Paimon, you're free to ponder such questions yourself, of course, but it's of little use to ask them aloud. Word to the wise, do not lose sleep over all those what-ifs, over the fates that will not come to pass. Those who can observe fate see both the good and the bad of what could have happened. But all that matters is what did happen. Those alternate fates are nowhere near as important as the world that exists in the here.
Alright.
Ah, you're saying it was as if the bubble itself had become contaminated. I suppose some gunk could have stuck to my luggage while I was wandering the border and got mixed into my magic without me noticing. Just kidding. I would never be so careless. Your intuition is spot on, Traveler. What developed in the bubble was a nascent form of abyssal power that, if left unchecked, would evolve into the real thing.
What? So it didn't come from outside? It just appeared out of thin air?
The abyss is perilous, cunning, dangerous, obsessive, and most infuriating of all, a complete and utter mystery. I'm sure you've seen for yourself how complex it can be. The Hexen Circle has been observing its energies for a long time, and I think Barbalot's interpretation is the most accurate. The essence of the abyss lies in the hatred carried by all the fates that will not come to pass. This world is filled with conflicting elements. That one thing should happen signifies that a different possibility has been. These events can be small, almost trivial. I had Sweet Madame for lunch today, for instance. That means the Alice who chose tea break pancakes instead is no more. Of course, they can also be events that threaten the world, such as my friend Rhindotter's decision to tap into the abyss. In that instant, the tale of a future in which she remained pure was gone forever. So then, the question at the heart of it all is this. Why must these fates be the ones to disappear?
Paimon gets it!
Precisely. The magic we wove this time involved recreating the past. However, some of the variables we added allowed a certain amount of these unchosen fates to come, and thus the abyss showed its teeth. Of course, much like always, it is not existence that it seeks, but the destruction of all. In the end, though, it wasn't a huge issue. Things like this happen on the border all the time. It has quite the victim complex, that's for sure. It's obsessed with entering this world at all costs. And that is precisely why we must protect our lives and those of our loved ones. Because when you think about it, to exist in this world is to be a spark of luck amidst countless possibilities. How precious is that?
Ah, Alice, you're here. I'm truly sorry about this, but per the regulations of the Knights of Favonius, I'm afraid I must send you to confinement.
Whatever for? Things turned out just fine with the magic bubble. Besides, if that's what this is about, shouldn't Nicole come along too?
It's not about the bubble. We received word that a number of fish have been injured as a result of explosions near Starfell Lake. As I'm sure you're well aware, fish blasting is strictly prohibited.
Oh dear. Run, Klee! Save yourself!
She's already inside.
Guess it's a day of first for the Dodo King, huh?
Farewell, forever traveler. You shall never see me again.
explains the loud noise I heard outside. So it was Dvalin who fell into the river.
Considering his size, the fact that he broke a single window.
Thanks for helping with the repairs, you two. This place...
Does that count as a great feat of...
Such a succulent fragrance of grapes. Ah, this place is heaven.
This is awesome.
Whoever lives in here must be a person of means indeed.
Wait! But this is a world inside a story too.
My apologies. But the event taking place at Dawn Winery is not...
Ah, I see.
Oh, it's Noelle! Hey there!
Oh, hello, you two. Well, Miss Alice thought things might get complicated around here, so she said she needed someone...
So she flattered her way into dumping a bunch of work on you?
Oh, no. Mr. DeLuke was there, too. He said he would appreciate some...
Tour groups from different worlds?
Oh, it's all right. I'm happy to help.
I heard this thing was terribly ineffective when first invented. You could only catch 10 in a week. Why, the research staff barely wanted to touch.
But for some reason, it gained traction among...
True, it takes time. It beats
But there are so many crystal flies around here. Sure.
It's a bit far, though. Just imagine how tiresome it was back in the day, having to come out here over and over. Does that count as trespassing on private property?
I suppose it hardly matters anymore. Adventure...
The times, they are a-changin', eh?
So it would seem.
What are they mumbling about?
Definitely not.
Wow! I've never seen such a large turtle in my life. There was a time, back when I was little, when almost every...
Oh, yeah!
one too, of course.
Quite the hassle to take care of. Small pet.
Wait!
Is that so strange?
Oh, no! Of course not!
I could bring it back to the church and raise it. It can stay behind the cathedral. Can't be too hard to raise, right?
Not happening. The next thing you know, you'll just tell that mage to put it back where she—
Yes, that's for the...
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Something wrong, Sucrose?
Oh, no. I was just looking for a piece of alchemy equipment we needed for the event. Master Albedo has always been careful with our costs. We maximize the use of every— Take this, for example. We've used it a few times before. According to the mages, it was meant to be placed in the city, but it went missing after being tossed into the magic— Luckily, I found it.
Well, all that matters is that you found it in the end, right?
Great. Thank you so much.
Another tent? Huh. This one's kind of nostalgic too.
It's here because I refused to let that mage use my house as her playground. But we still needed an additional rest area for the guests, so we set up this tent instead.
Huh. Looks like we can use this device to keep in touch with the mages or get some hints. Kind of like we were able to do back then, remember?
Now that you mention it, the arrangement is almost identical.
Nights on vacation, summer, the sea, and a small little wave rider.
However, you're forgetting about the part where we were stranded on a deserted island and couldn't even make it across the water.
Oh, I remember. At least I wasn't dead weight in that situation.
Fun times, huh? So, the mages prepared this stuff then.
Be my guest.
You know, the expedition in Nodcry is coming to an end, but knowing Grandmaster Varka, not that I'm extending an invitation, I'm just... That's our honorary knight. No matter the...
Come talk to me when you do have an official invitation, then. The intel I have on hand is pulling me in 100 different directions.
Considering his son.
Thanks for helping with the...
Does that count?
stop the story here. Don't be sad. It's just as the book says. The Little Witch's adventures would continue. I'll read you all a new story next time. How does that sound?